We'll start with the biggest one, in my opinion, and pretty much everybody's opinion, and that was Bryce Harper.
Yes.
Shiesty Bryce, thrice Bryce, number 3, going for that third NL MVP, breaks his 0 for 11 slump in a major way. So the first home run is the most clear kind of moonshot looking home run. The next one was kind of a piss missile right over the wall, not a high arcer. The third one, the center fielder made a tremendous play on. What's his name? Benson, Tyler? Why am I brain farting?
Yeah, it was Will Benson. He made an incredible play on that ball.
Made an incredible play in the rain, or Bryce Harper's 4 for 4 with 3 home runs and a double or a triple if it's not for Will Benson pulling that out of his ass. And then the third one, right center field. I mean, you talk about being back. You don't see many players ever that locked in. He went left center field. He went right center field. He went right field, spraying the ball all over. Bryce is back in a huge way.
Yeah, and the amount of incredible firsts and records and things that came with that feat, remarkable. First of all, 3. The other day, 2 was like the magic number. I feel like 3 is now the magic number. 3 for 3. We obviously know he had already tweeted out and posted when him and his wife announced that they were expecting their third child. 3 for 3. Well, last night was also 3 for 3. To go hitless in the first 3 games that he played, and then the first hit of 2024 is a home run, and then just continue that. I know we had talked about it yesterday on our show of, we all expected Bryce Harper's going to be fine. Let's not forget spring training at the end of it. He was injured. He missed. So it even just took him some time to get going once the regular season was underway. And we never had a doubt that Bryce Harper was going to be back. But 3 home runs, including a grand slam, phenomenal. And when you look at the fact that was, and I know in the chat it was mentioned by Ray, 6 RBIs being his record for one game does seem wrong. He's had 5 RBIs in multiple games. He hasn't had 6 RBIs. So that is a career high. He's had 5 games of 5 RBIs. 5. Remarkable. 5 RBIs. But this time, crashed that number, made it 6. Also, of course, as we know, his second time in his career having a 3 home run game. The first time that we've seen a Phillies 3 homers since Brad Miller at Wrigley Field back in July of 2021. The first 3 homer, including a grand slam since Jason Worth against Toronto in May of 2008. It's just remarkable. These are the things that Bryce Harper, as we talked about yesterday, the biggest reason I brought up him being hitless was when Bryce is on, it obviously drastically changes the game. And we mentioned if you had the offensive production, then you're taking care of business. And that's exactly what the Phillies did last night. 6 RBIs by Bryce, handled business that put the game away.
He
and
immediately becomes second in Major League Baseball in home runs in one game.
The energy is there. Shout out to my fantasy team.
Oh, great.
You're great.
Oh, great. We get to hear about that every time Bryce Harper does well this year. Tyler, did that just set in for you too?
Yeah, this is going to be a long 162 game season.
You guys got me playing fantasy baseball, and here I am.
All
and
right.
anytime Will Smith, Bryce Harper, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Garcia, my list is, I got a stacked team. Anytime they do something, you're going to hear about it. But my fantasy team last night was on, I don't want to say on fleek.
All right, so should I be the guy? Well, Yanair Diaz has 6 hits in his last 3 games, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He's been on base 8 times. You want me to be that guy?
Real quick, who in our fantasy league is dropping Nolan Jones? And why didn't I get him?
I have no idea.
What are you doing?
Me.
But yes, we may have created a monster here, Tyler. Yes, Bryce Harper and
my Bryce Betts R Wash team.
Is that your team name? Oh boy.
I couldn't think of something better.
Huge shout out to Darth Pooh in the chat. Bet last night, I think he said plus 1,300 that Bryce Harper would have a multi-home run game.
$5 bet. Let's go. You're the real MVP.
Beers
and
on
yes,
Darth
it was
Pooh.
also, as Star Wars is mentioning, it was another milestone as Bryce also eclipsed 1,000 runs. Listen, it was a fantastic moment because to burst onto the scene, break the streak of being hitless, and come out and have 3 home runs. I feel like it's such a huge weight. Are you taking screenshots over there? A huge weight lifted off your shoulders.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. I heard the.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys some
No, it's all
some
good.
graphics here.
So-
It's all good.
There's a real chance, and Tyler, I'll try and look this up too, that if Bryce Harper doesn't have major, injuries over the next 7 years as a Philly, he's going to score 2,000 runs in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance he can do that, and there's not many people in the history of the game that can say that. I'm trying to look up the 2,000 runs club because it's not a big list. Here it is. So Bryce gets to 1,000 last night. In the 2,000 run club, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the history of the game. All right, sicko. We're going to go to the bot here. All right, bot. 8 guys.
Tag him in.
We're not gonna spend like several minutes on this, but let's see how many just off the hip you can get.
I believe number one, or at one point he was number one. Ricky Henderson should be up there.
Number 1 at 2,295 runs scored.
As good as Ricky Henderson's numbers are, we're getting to a point where Ricky Henderson might be underrated.
Yes.
I don't know how that's
his
plausible.
WAR is like 125
but it's insane.
or something. Yes.
So you got to go with guys with longevity that have played a really long time to get to 2,000 runs scored.
You're at 1.
I'm probably going to go with Willie Mays.
Willie Mays is 7th. You have 2.
So there's 7 total, and he's 7th.
There's 8, and he's 7.
8 total, and he's
8.
7. Let's try to do this very, very quickly. We'll go with Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds is up there. He is 3rd with 2,227.
If you guys in the chat know something. Mickey's saying Tim Raines.
Tim Raines is incorrect.
So there's somebody in
Mickey.
between Bonds and Henderson?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, he's one of the most famous names ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm
just old school.
You figure if you go with the guys that have 700 home runs, they're like 35% there.
Yeah.
So I assume that Babe Ruth probably makes the list.
Babe Ruth is 4th behind Barry Bonds.
That's the only one I could think of is Babe.
4.
There's more in the
Did
chat.
Hank
You got any
Aaron-
guesses?
Incorrect.
Did Hank Aaron get to 2,000?
Hank Aaron did. He
Good
is
job,
number
Chris
5,
Slammer.
2,174.
Slam coming in. Oh,
So we have,
Darth Pooh's
what,
dropping
2
some
and
guesses.
5 left?
You have 2,
Sosa,
6, and 8.
2, 6, and 8.
Griff,
Pujols, wrong. Spiral out.
Griffey,
wrong.
Aaron.
We already did. The bot already got that.
Oh, I missed that one.
I'm
I'm trying to read the chat.
2,000's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
One
left?
is modern era, one is old school, and one is a
In between?
Yeah.
Is the modern era
It's like
Alex Rodriguez?
Ding, ding, ding. Number 8.
Oh.
2,021 runs scored.
Okay, so then old school, we're talking like 10s, 20s, 30s old school, or
Turn of the century old school.
wow. Okay.
I think he was playing in 1904. Like right. I think he played. I want to say he started 1898 to like 19. Close to 20.
I remember those days.
I'm gonna go. I think this is probably the first one I'm gonna get wrong. I'm gonna go Honest Wagner.
Wrong. Ty Cobb. Number 2.
Mickey Durkin in the chat had it.
Number 2 all time. And
Nice.
Spiral Out got the last one there. Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose at number
Good job,
6
guys.
with 2,165. Guys that just missed the cut. Old Cap Anson.
Oh,
Now,
Jay had A-Rod. My bad, Jay.
Cap Anson. This hurts. 1,999.
Ooh, oh, that's painful.
I don't know. They made a movie about that. I think Bernie Mac was in it.
That's.
Oh wait, no,
They
that's
did.
That's 3,000.
I love that,
That was a
movie.
good movie.
Actually,
Bernie Mac was
I forgot
gold.
about that one.
Stan Musial just misses his at 1949, and Derek Jeter, El Capitan, at 1,923. So, if you project Bryce Harper to stay healthy, he has a real shot at the 2,000 run club, which is because when you start playing at age 18, and if you play to 40,
Yeah,
and
it
you're a really
increases
good
your
player on top
chances.
of it. So, it's something to watch with Bryce Harper. That's really impressive.
By the way, speaking of Harper, yesterday, do you guys want to see the list of his exit velocity
Yes.
on yesterday's game?
Very
Let's
much
do
so.
it.
This is insane.
Because he was hitting piss missiles.
Those are his the 4 balls off his bat.
I can't really. read that.
99.9 was the softest ball he hit.
103,
103.3, 107.7, 108.3.
Oh, I would have guessed one of those was over 110.
108.3 went 422 feet. It was a home run in every single ballpark.
Wow.
The 107.7 went 420. It was 27 of 30. His third home run was 21 of 30. And the ball that he hit that Will Benson made a play on had an expected batting average of 380.
Okay. I would have guessed a little higher. Really impressive.
Wow.
I mean, Bryce Harper, you talk about making a statement and saying, hey, I'm no longer cold. You know, we talked about it yesterday. Tyler and I saw 2 pitches together where we were like, ooh, that's one he normally just crushes. And you could tell, Rob Thompson said it the night before, it's just timing with Bryce. He's right there. He's about to turn the corner. And talk about turning a corner. My goodness.